Okay, so today we're going to draw our color monster. We're going to draw it 4 times on our paper. And we need to think about what the face on our color monster looks like when he's feeling different feelings. Like when he's happy, what does his face look like? He has a big smile, his eyes are up, his eyebrows are up, his eyes are kind of squinty. When he's sad, he kind of has a frowny face and his eyes kind of frown along with his feelings. When he's mad, his eyebrows are down over his eyes and his mouth is wide and he's angry. When he's scared, his eyes are very big and his mouth is kind of a wavy, wiggly line. When he's calm, he has a smile, a gentle smile on his face, and his eyes are kind of gentle smiles. And so we're going to draw, and then don't forget the love monster. If you want to do the love monster as one of your 4, then he's got a big smile on his face, and he's pink, and his eyebrows are raised. So what you're going to do is get a large white paper, and on this large white paper, you're going to fold it in half 2 times. So you're going to fold it in half horizontally, make that crease going side to side, and then you're going to fold it in half vertically to make that crease go up and down. And then you're going to open this up, and as you open it up, kind of fold those folds back the opposite direction so that the paper will lay flat. And so you need to write your name and the day you have art, day A, day B, day C. Flip it over. Okay, and within each box you're going to draw your monster. Try to make your monster fill this rectangle, this whole rectangle. So our monsters are going to start with 2 ears, so 2 big triangles, tops of triangles at the top and the sides of the box. And then it's a zigzag line that connects these. So you're just going to go across and draw a zigzag line. The next thing you want to draw is the mouth. What's the mouth doing? So if I do, let's do a smiley, a happy monster here. So remember that the happy monster is a smile. So you want to make the mouth go from this side to this side. So you want it to be as wide as the ears. And then you can just bring a straight line down to the mouth, or you can kind of do like a zigzag line like this down to the mouth. It's up to you. It can be straight or zigzag. Then you need to do the bottom of the monster, the body. So just inside the edge of the smile, you're going to draw a line that goes down almost to the bottom of the rectangle, not bottom of the paper. Here's the bottom of the rectangle. And then you're going to go across with a zigzag line. And then add some legs. I do 2 short lines, then a curved line, and a straight line back, and make that connect. And the same here. Short lines, a big hill, and then come back. Add some arms. I just draw 2 short diagonal lines and then a zigzag line connecting. And then you need the eyes of your monster. So since this is a happy monster, remember his eyes are happy, so they kind of are squinty. So you're going to draw some squinty eyes. And then he had some jagged teeth. So he had some teeth that kind of went up, and he also had a tooth or 2 that went down. So if you chose one of your 4 emotions as happy, that's how you draw happy. Now we'll draw sad. So same thing, you start with 2 big triangles on either side of the rectangle, and then a zigzag line that goes across and connects them. Then we're doing sad, so you do a big frown. And so Mad is kind of like almost a zigzag line. And then you connect the ears to the mouth. Okay, and Mad Eyes go down and get closer together like this. So it's almost like a V without the pointy part at the bottom. And then you draw a curved line that starts at the end of the diagonal line and ends at the other end of the diagonal. So down to the other end. Then you need the circle part in the eye and then the black dot. And you can even add some Mad eyebrows. So you can make them fat, or you could just do a line. I'm gonna make them a little fatter. And you could add eyebrows to these too if you want. I'd choose not to because I think it's pretty clear how they're feeling, but you could add the eyebrow if you'd like. The next one we'll do is Fear. And Fear was kind of a wavy line for the mouth. And when you're surprised, your eyes get really big. So we're going to draw big circles for the eyes. We have two other monsters that we need to draw to show you. With the Calm monster, if you're doing calm as one of your emotions, he had a smile, but it was a gentle smile. It wasn't a very strong smile. So you're going to draw a slightly bent line and connect. And then he kind of has content, droopy eyes. And then the final monster, which was the Love monster. If you chose a different kind of feeling, you can make up that feeling, what that looks like. But the Love monster looks very much like the Happy monster again. So it's like, but it's just a different color. And their eyes were big for the Happy monster, or for the Love monster. Okay, and that's how you draw each of the monsters. Now I want you to take a black permanent marker and go over your pencil lines very carefully. Make sure your marker is juicy and it works and makes a nice heavy black line. And after you trace everything with the black permanent marker, you're going to go back over it with a big white eraser to make sure you erase any pencil lines poking out. All right, and so now you're going to use your chosen media, whatever media you want, to represent each feeling. And each monster doesn't have to be, all the monsters don't have to be the same media. You're not going to use paint for each one because paint doesn't show all of those emotions. You're not going to use colored pencil for all of them. You're going to change it up until you're finished filling in your monster. So here's my Mad monster, and I used only crayon for this because I wanted to press really hard and make jagged marks, and I wanted to use red and orange to show Mad. For my Sad monster, I used watercolor and I let the colors touch and bleed together. So the way that I did that was I made them really wet, and then I painted very carefully just different spots with one blue color, and then I went back and I chose a different blue got a puddle of water on it. And I added that blue and made it touch and run together with the first blue, staying very carefully inside my monster and making sure that I didn't color the teeth, because the teeth stay white. We want to still be able to see them. So then I made that touch the other blue and let them run together and mix on my paper so that I had more than one blue for my monster. And then I even went back and I added just a little bit of purple here and there and let it run and bleed. I almost painted over that tooth. That would have been bad. And I let that run and bleed, and I just kind of colored up and down. So that's how I did my sad monster. For my surprise monster, I did the Crayon Resist. So I got a gray crayon and I colored all these swirly lines, making sure not to go over the teeth, making sure not to go over the eyes. I got in the eye a little bit right there, and staying within my monster. Neatness matters. So this was my fearful monster. So I used a gray crayon and then I colored black over it. So for my scared crayon, or I'm sorry, my scared monster, I just drew these curly Q lines here and there, just filling up the body, trying to stay right within. So when the foot was small, my curly Q lines are small. Made sure not to go over the teeth and stay within the arms. And I didn't fill it up a lot with the gray crayon, just enough to get the swirly. And then I used black paint to paint right over the top to create that scared, fearful monster. And then for my happy monster, I used yellow and just a little bit of yellow orange on the cheeks. But this is just paint because it's happy. So if I were to do yellow, I wouldn't want to use this water to do my yellow monster. I would want to use clean water so that my yellow is as bright as it could be. If I use this muddy, ugly water on my yellow won't be this bright, vibrant yellow like that. So if you did a happy monster and you're going to use paint for your happy monster, I would recommend doing that first thing before the water gets dirty. And so that you paint them in nice and neat, making sure you leave the whites of the eyes white and the teeth white. Don't paint over the teeth. Don't get sloppy and paint over the teeth. And don't get sloppy and just paint over the top of these points. Take your time and color in the tops of these points. I got a little sloppy right there, but I was trying to put a lot of force and anger into that monster to show anger. So please just stay within these points down here at the bottom, along the hands, and along the top. And that's how we create our color monster paper.